Hey guys, today is October 6th, 2022. And I had a dream last night that had to kind of do with, I guess you could say good against bad, but I also want to I want to tell you about other dreams that I've been having lately. And I've been putting it off. And I've been telling the Lord, it's kind of like, Lord, do you want me to put this out? I don't know what to do with these dreams, but I keep having dream after dream of this thing. I'm outside in my truck. I'm just trying to make sure that my kids don't come out to bother me. But anyways, I keep having dreams of zombies, guys. I keep having dreams of zombies, and they look like people, but they look like people, but I don't know if they're I'm assuming it's the demons filled with these people. They don't look like dead, like zombies, like from the movies. They just look like people that are demon possessed. That's what they look like. I've had other dreams before where the zombies looked like dead people coming to life. Like, I've had dreams about them too. And I've never really put them out because, as I said, I was like, well, I don't want people to think that I watch TV or do this and that. I don't even watch scary movies. I haven't watched scary movies over 10 years. I don't like to watch that ever since I become closer to the Lord. I don't like to watch anything that has to do with horror or anything like that. But I've been dreaming a lot about zombies, and I know the Lord wants me to bring this out and to put it out. I don't understand why I'm dreaming about them, but I keep having dreams over and over again about zombies. And again, last night, it happened again. So I'm going to obey the Lord, and I'm going to put this out. There's dreams. I'm going to tell you this 3 quick dreams. One dream I had, it was me. I don't know if it was me, but I was in this place, and it looked like higher ups, I don't know who exactly, had put all these people, I guess it was nighttime, and they put all these people in this one spot. And as they shined a light around us, I can see that they gated us off, like as if we were animals. They put us in the middle of this surrounded place, and so nobody could escape. They had the gate so high, and at the top they had barbed wire fence, and the fences were like I guess electric. So they just didn't want us to escape. So they had us all there in the middle, and everybody was freaking out. Everybody was so scared. They were crying. They were looking up in the air. They were waiting because they knew that something or somebody was coming to get us. Everybody was so scared. They were trying to stay away from the fence. Everybody was paranoid. Everybody was looking around. It was nighttime outside, so we couldn't see. And it was almost like they had us out there as prey. And so all of a sudden, we hear these noises coming from afar, and everybody started crying, and everybody was scared, and everybody was holding each other. And I was just staring and looking around. I was getting ready to start fighting these things. And I was also looking up because they were going to start dropping them out of the sky as well. So as they got closer, I saw the fence start to break down because they were pushing on the gate from the outside in, and they were zombies. They were people that looked like zombies. That was the dream, that these people looked like that were dead, and they came back to life. Those were the zombies that I've had before, the dreams that I've had before about zombies. That was one dream, and then I woke up, and then I had another dream about zombies where it first started out where I was walking down this neighborhood, and I knew during that time that there was no food in the world, that there was a very low amount of food, and everybody was roaming the streets and trying to gather everything that they could, but there was no food at all. I knew in my dream for a fact that there was no food. That was something that I did know. And so I start to come up to this house, and as I look down in front of their yard, I see a huge pile of sunflower seeds. And it was a really big pile. It probably came up to like a foot high, maybe 2 feet high, and it was like 1 or 2 feet wide as well. It goes around. It was like really, it was pile. And on one side, it had empty sunflower seeds, like as if it had already been eaten. On the other side, that was still filled. The sunflower seeds were still full. So half of the pile was empty, and half of the other pile was still uneaten. And so I go to this house, and I realize that this is the only house that was set up for this time. It had the metal fences. It had the stuff being put up on their windows and their doors, and they had these iron doors and fences, and people were coming to this one house. And as the owner realized, so as I go into this house, the owner starts to realize, okay, like there's not enough food for everybody here. Like this lady had food only enough for a certain amount of people. And she started to freak out, and she started to get paranoid, and she's like, okay, we need to start closing the gates. So we all started to close the gates and started to close these metal doors. And then everybody like the people that were outside, they started to scream and cry, and they were yelling at us. They were saying, please, please let us in. Please let us in. We knew something, that the world has changed, because they're now, at that time, as we closed the gates, there was now no more food in the world. And now that there was no more food in the world, we knew that zombies were coming. We knew that the dead were coming. And the people that were left outside the house, they were trying to come in so they wouldn't become eaten or become like them. And so they were screaming and crying and saying, please, please let us in. And we're all looking at each other. And I noticed that it was all women in this house. And in this house, there was not that many women. It seemed to be maybe, now that I think about it, it was probably the 5 foolish virgins, because it was all women, and they had enough food and water, and they were protected. And I don't know. I just thought about that right now. It might not even be that. And then there, like I said, they were all women. They had food there. They had shelter. They were protected. Well, at that time, they were protected. And so now we are looking out the house, and we see all these people start to like come up to the bars, the bar doors, and they say, please, please let us in. And we see these children, little kids, start to come around. And the lady said, oh no. She's like, we can't let them stay out there. We can't let them stay out there. They'll get them. And then another lady behind me, she was like, no. She's like, don't open the door. If you open the door, everybody will come inside. We're not going to have enough food for ourselves. We can't let them in. And the other lady was like, this is my house. I'm going to let them in. And the other lady was afraid. She was frightened that there wasn't going to be enough food, that there wasn't going to be enough room. And so the lady ended up opening the door, and everybody started coming in. And as everybody started coming in, it transitioned from a house to now a big mall. And now this mall, now we know that there was these zombies coming from they're no longer coming from afar. Now that at that time, they're right outside this mall. They're surrounding the mall. And we know now there's a lot of people inside. There's women, there's men, there's children inside this mall. And we know that, they're starting to, these zombies are now starting to trickle in little at a time. They're getting in through whatever barricades that we had put up. And so these zombies start to come in. And now these zombies in the dream, if they bit you, you became just like them. And so as these zombies started to trickle in, everybody started to run, and everybody started to try to run away from these people, these zombies. And one of the zombies, I remember, had grabbed this lady and bit her, and I saw. And not even a couple minutes later, she became like them. And then she started to chase the healthy people, or the normal people. And I had this little baby with me, this little girl. But this little girl, She was in a diaper. She was little. She was in a stroller, but the way she was talking, it was like she had the intelligence of an adult, but she was like a little baby. She was a baby. She was in a stroller, in a diaper. And so I guess without me seeing or knowing, the zombie had bit her, had got her, and I was running with her with the stroller, and she told me, and she was like, my back, check my back. And I was like, what? And I picked her up like as if I was going to change her diaper, and she was just gushing blood out, and it was coming from her back. And I was like, oh no. And I knew that the zombie had bit her. I never saw when it happened, but it did. And so she looked at me, and then not even a moment later, she turned, that little baby, or that girl, she turned into a zombie as well. And she tried to go after me, and I got her. This part was so crazy. I got her and I threw her at the zombies. Oh my gosh. I'm just telling you the dream that I had. I grabbed her and I flung her and threw her at the zombies, and I was like, oh no. And I started running away from them. But so I go into this room, and this is another weird part. Sorry, my lights went out. This is another weird part. Let me turn my truck on. This is another weird part that I saw in the dream. I used to play video games, a lot of fighting video games. I played Mortal Kombat back then, and Mortal Kombat is a fighting game, and they have like these superpowers or whatever. And I knew that I needed to go, and in my dream, the Mortal Kombat people, the fighters, they were the good people. They were fighting against these zombies, and I ran to this room where they were, and I was trying to get through. And I saw this couple, this black couple. It was a lady. Actually, no, it was two black ladies. One of the ladies had just got bitten, and the other lady was trying to take care of her. And she had just gotten bitten too, and she didn't know that, but the other one had already changed. And then I was trying to get past them, and she said, no, please help me. And then she started to change and started trying to chase me. And as I was running away from her, one of the people from Mortal Kombat had helped me and told me to come to where they were at. So I got on the other side of this window or door where they were at. And I see these people from Mortal Kombat just fighting all these people, all these zombies that were trying to come after us. And it was just bad. It was horrible. That was another dream. And then the dream that I had last night, it was me and it was somebody else. I don't remember who it was. It was nighttime, and we were at this restaurant, and there was a covered patio. And in this covered patio, there's a whole lot of people eating, and it was either me and my family or me and my sister. We sat down to eat, and as we were eating, all of a sudden everybody that was around us under this covered patio just stopped, and they were all doing the same thing as if they were robots, as if somebody was controlling them. They stopped, they looked up, they dropped their stuff, and they were just looking straight ahead. And then the people that were walking in front of me or walking around, they stopped, they put their hands like they were like at attention, like as if they were in the army or something, and they were looking straight ahead as if somebody was controlling them. And me and whoever was with me, I was looking around, I was like, what is going on? What is wrong with these people? And then I got up to try to move around these people, and every time I moved, it's not that they couldn't see me. I don't know if they could see me or not, but they weren't looking at me, but they were going off of hearing. And everywhere they heard me where I was, they tried to like jump at me, like to try to catch me. And so I stopped, and when I stopped, they'd stop. And I was like, what is going on? And so whoever I was with ended up leaving. They just weren't in the dream anymore. And then I was like, oh, I got to get out of here. But how can I get out of here? It was a covered patio, but on each side had walls that went up to the roof. except for one side, and the on that side had like a brick wall, and then on top of the brick wall there was like these bushes, a wall of bushes, but there was like a little slit where I can get through. And I was like, I need to get out of here. And as I was moving around, these robot or zombie people, I would say, they were running after me because I was moving around trying to get away. And so I kept saying, I need to go, we need to go. And I think that's when I told my sister, I think it was my sister, I said, we got to go now. And I said, let's jump right here. And I had super strength, but I didn't know until then. I told myself, I said, April, jump. And I jumped high over, like way up in the sky, way over this wall and way over this bush. This bush wall, and I jumped over it, and I started running for my life. I started running, and me and my sister were running, and these things were following us, and then it flashed to like, this dream, it was almost like as if I was watching a movie. It was almost like going like in a movie sequence. And then anyway, it went to me like, now I'm in this car and I'm with this girl, and we go to this place. And I don't know if you watched movies too, where it looks like it's a play. It looks like, say it's like a restaurant. It looks like it's a restaurant, but you give them a secret code or password or whatever, and they let you in, and it's like something underground, and it's something completely different, like a casino or something. So it was something like that. Me and this girl went. It looked kind of like a Hobby Lobby place or something. And as we're sitting there flipping or looking through these cardboard or this like some type of material, I sat down next to this girl that was with me, and I asked her, I said, okay, so now what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, I was paranoid looking around because I was like, we need to go. Like, there's people trying to get us. And she said, just wait, just hang on, just wait. And I was like, okay. And this girl that comes up to us, she's like, do y'all need any help? What material would y'all like? And then the girl that was with me, she looked up and she looked at her, and she said something. And then she says, I want to get this one right here. And she said the name of that material, but it wasn't the material that she needed. It was the word that she said that was the password that the lady was that she needed to tell the lady. So she said something underworld. And she was like, I need to know something about I want this one right here. Something about the underworld. And I looked at her like, what? And then the lady looks at her. She said, how did you know that? And then she looked at her. She's like, I need to know something. It was a word in front, but something underworld. And then she said, okay, I'll go ahead and get that for you. And then she came back and she gave her whatever that she needed. And she's like, okay, come on, let's go, let's leave. So we left. And then now all of a sudden we're in this car, and now it flashes to us at this hospital. And now that we're in this hospital, we're looking for a certain person. I don't know who exactly that we're looking for. But now there's these people, all people, normal people, people that were sick, people that were having surgery, people in the morgue, like all these people, and people that were in there for trauma, like half their heads like blown off or something in their guts. I should say disclaimer, sorry. Like just really in bad shape people as well. And we're walking through these halls, and all of a sudden the same thing happens. All these people stand in attention, and even dead people that were in the morgue, people that were getting surgery, they just sit up and they just look like zombies. They look straight ahead, and they're just waiting for like a command or something. And I look at her, and I look around, and I'm like, oh no, it's happening again. And all these people start chasing after us. I guess she goes her own way or something. I'm not too sure. And I start running down the hallway of this hospital. And these people are trying to like go after me. And then I see like in a vision or something, I can see this man sit up straight from his gurney bed. And he had half of his head was like again, I'm sorry guys. I'm just telling you my dream. And I don't watch TV. It's been so many years. And I just keep having these dreams of zombies and these zombies. So I have to say it because I keep having them over and over again. So anyway, so half of his head was like blown off, I guess. And you can see inside his stomach, it was like all cut open. He sits up out of his bed. I guess he was going through surgery, and I see the surgeons like just sitting and staring. And then this guy, he was huge. I would probably say 6'7", almost 7 feet tall. This Caucasian white guy, and he was huge. He was built like a tight end football player. He was huge. And he comes busting out the door, running after me. And I was running for my life. At this time, I was just running normal, but I was running as fast as I could. And I feel him gain on me. I could feel him. It's almost like I can see myself running from on top, like as if I was second person or as a third person. I could see myself, and he tries to grab at me, and I tell myself, go, April, go. I said, run faster. And I start running this super fast speed. I'm like shooting down the hallway, like with this flash, like the flash of from DC. Like I was running with this crazy amount of speed, and he tries to run after me. And then he starts to run kind of fast as well. And I'm like far ahead of him, and I see this door closed in front of me, and I was like, oh no, I can't slow down to open this door. Like I can't just stop and open this door. Like he's chasing me, he's gonna get me. And I push my hand out like this in front of me to break the door open, so I didn't have to stop. And the door just like, now I have this superhuman strength. So I have speed and I have superhuman strength, and I can jump super high from long distances and high up in the air. And I bust open this door. It just breaks apart with the wall and all, like it comes off the hinges. And I'm running away from this thing, and I'm going through the bathroom, the hospital bathroom, and they're trying to get me there. And everywhere I go and everywhere I turn, it almost felt like I was alone, like I was the only person that was normal, and everybody else was trying to get me. They looked like robot zombies, I would say, because they were acting like robots. They looked like people, but they're almost acting like zombies as well. Like they were just waiting for a command. Like they were just spaced out. And there was other normal people too. They were running after these people as well. But it was like a small amount. It was like a small amount of normal people. But yeah, these have been my dreams that I've been having so far about zombies. If there's another dream that I'm missing, I'll come back and let y'all know. But I have to tell y'all, because I didn't want to say anything, but now I've been seeing a lot of videos coming up about brothers and sisters in Christ having dreams about zombies. And now I know that the Lord is wanting me, like he's the one that's giving me these dreams, and seeing that they're having the same dreams as me, that it's my confirmation that it's coming from the Lord, that it's not just the enemy messing with me. As much as I prayed against it, and I prayed that, like, Lord, if this is you, show me or tell me. And I keep having these dreams over and over again. And then I see other brothers and sisters that I just saw one for my first time, like a couple of days ago, about them having a dream about zombies. And I'm like, okay, like I need to do this. This is the Lord giving me these dreams. I have to do this. So here I am telling you about my dreams about zombies, and sometimes they look like actual zombies, dead people coming to life, and then sometimes they look like people, but they look like possessed. But then sometimes in my dreams they look like people that are robot. They look like people, but they're like acting like robot, but like zombie like people. They're like just robot, like just zoned out, just people waiting for a command. It didn't matter what you tell them. It's just like they're not there. If there's another dream, there's another dream that I needed to tell y'all. If I can think of it, I think I wrote it down. I'm not too sure. I will come back and let y'all know, but this one's already too long. It's already going to be 23 minutes. So I love you guys. Have a blessed day. If y'all need to speed through it, but I just needed to tell you these dreams. I love you guys. Again, pray. Ask the Lord, go to him. Every dream that I give you, I pray in Jesus' name that you go to the Lord. Ask him if these dreams are from him, if this is something that is from him. We're supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to test the spirits. I love you guys. Have a blessed day and night wherever that y'all may be.